Welcome to BP Mindcast. I'm Jonathan Bartlett, your host. These podcasts cover a wide variety of topics from a conservative academic viewpoint. Some you'll find interesting, some you won't. However, I plan on keeping these short enough that you can easily enjoy what you like, and hopefully I won't keep you too long for those that you don't. Today, we're going to continue our series on talking about the political spectrum, specifically comparing libertarianism, conservatism, and liberalism, and tell you all why I think conservatism is the best option. So today what I want to talk about is kind of what is the default state of things. So one way where these different political ideologies disagree on is what can we normally expect from humans? What is the standard, what's typical, and what sort of thing needs explanation? So for example, is it the case that human goodness needs explanation, or is it the fact that or is it human fallibility that needs explanation? So, as an example, take crime for instance. Um, is it true that the way that that liberals typically approach crime is they say, well, crime um, there must be a societal cause of crime. In other words, by default, they're assuming that humans would not be criminals, would not engage in criminal behavior unless there was some weird cause that was out of joint that was pushing them towards criminal behavior. On the other hand, conservatives generally have a negative view of human beings. In other words, uh, conservatives don't view crime as being the exception and the thing that needs to be explained, but goodness as the thing that's exceptional and needs explanation. And so one of the issues of conservatism, I think, is that we've actually done too good of a job. Not that we shouldn't do that good of a job, but that it's people are used to the world that's been created through conservative ideas. And what I mean by that is that conservatism assumes that 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 it's the goodness that needs explanation, that it's the goodness that's the exception, and that it is the criminality and the badness that's the typical. And so what we've done is we've constructed a society that tries to mitigate the results of bad human behavior and promote uh, good human behavior. And so we've actually done a pretty good job of that. I believe that the Judeo-Christian viewpoint has done a lot to further that in our country. But the problem is that it's caused people to think that that's normal. People believe that humans are generally good people on a normal basis. They don't recognize that this is actually a very unusual turn of events in the history of humanity. This is an unusual state. Now, it might be common where you live, might be common in our country. It's actually a lot more common in our world than it used to be. But that's the thing that needs explanation. Why did it become, why has the state of the world improved? That's the thing that needs explanation, not why is there criminality. Criminality is the default, that's the standard. The thing that needs explanation is goodness. Why do people help each other out? Why are people selfless? These are the things that require explanation. And so I actually think that conservatism kind of stands alone in this, because both libertarianism and liberalism both view the bad things as being the exception. The liberals and the libertarians simply argue about what it is in society that's causing the bad things. So, the liberals will say, well, it's capitalism that is causing the bad in society. That our society would be great if it weren't for these capitalists running around. And the libertarians say, well, it's actually all these regulations that are causing the bad things. That if regulations were not distorting the way humans would normally interact, we'd all get along a lot better. And so both of these viewpoints are looking at goodness as being the natural state of humans, and that badness is something that has to be explained. But the conservative view is that no, they're both incorrect. that badness is actually the natural state, and it is the goodness that needs to be explained. So I hope you enjoyed your time on the BP Mindcast. Until next time, keep thinking.